Show 'em how we do it. It's like.
There's a pyramid of power with eyes that can see it all. Cameras to capture your image at City Hall. Realize they listen whenever you make a call. If you want a revolution, I really give it to y'all. Strength is the army that bands against bands of dead presidents, determining the life of mankind. Of cancerous, how we breathe vapors. Greek got us blinking in the streets like cheap paper. Assemble the masses, melt the plastic compound. Realign when the shit gets drastic. Lift the veil when the system's unmasked. It's just another pyramid scheme, a government racket. Combined with the power with Charles Jurassic. Gnashing T-Rex with covert tactics. Rise from the ashes to back the ashes.
Bring the madness.
Capture your image at City Hall. Realize they listen whenever you make a call. If you want a revolution, I really give it to y'all. Strength is the army that bands against bands of dead presidents, determining the life of mankind. The cancerous, how we breathe vapors. Greek got us blinking in the streets like cheap paper. There's a pyramid of power with eyes that can see it all. Cameras to capture your image at City Hall. Realize they listen whenever you make a call. If you want a revolution, I really give it to y'all. Strength is the army that bands against bands of dead presidents, determining the life of mankind. Of cancerous, how we breathe vapors. Greek got us blinking in the streets like cheap paper. Assemble the masses, melt the plastic compound. Realign when the shit gets drastic. Lift the veil when the system's unmasked. It's just another pyramid scheme, a government racket. Combined with the power with Charles Jurassic. Gnashing T-Rex with covert tactics. Rise from the ashes to back the ashes.
Bring the madness.
Capture your image at City Hall. Realize they listen whenever you make a call. If you want a revolution, I really give it to y'all. Strength is the army that bands against bands of dead presidents, determining the life of mankind. The cancerous, how we breathe vapors. Greek got us blinking in the streets like cheap paper.
Hello YouTube, so today it's Easter, happy Easter everyone. Probably watching this a bit late, so we now are doing this. So we are making a DB dash or something like that. We have some bracings going all over the place, and we want to just test it out how high we can go with the DBs, and with it we can take it off. I'll show you. So as you can see here, we have some lines already welded in place, and we have everything is bolted on. So there and there and there and there and there and there. So we can bolt the whole complete bracing off. This has been just tap welded. Well, whole thing has just been tap welded. We have some of the welds are already in place, as you can see, but they were mainly just to get some content for you guys, some welding content, but my majority of the welds are not complete. But we are now thinking about how we can brace the centerpiece here. We have some kind of idea. Well, Nico had a really great idea to make a triangle down in here and one bar from here to here, so we can have a bracing back there. We're still keeping everything like bolt on and bolt off, and we weld it somewhat in here. Then we can let it cool down, so it still has the same. It does not bend that much because we are making these now. After that we can take it off and really weld it all together, and then think about of having a plywood all over the place. And we are thinking about using the black seal here, that the window has a black ring all around it, so the plywood will be somewhere in here, about 20 millimeters up from here, and we can put some more plywood in here just to test it out how it works, because now last year we made this as good as possible from the B pillar back, and now we are just screw it. We want to make it as loud as possible, because it's our first DB. No, well, not DB drag racing car anymore. Maybe in extreme class, or what's the biggest class? Was it extreme?
Yes.
Extreme class car. So, but we want to just test it out how this making this dash affects on the DBs, and we are calculating some measurements how much length we have in here, and how much we have in here, and how much we have in here, and that tells us where we should put this wall. And we need to test our theory first, so we can tell it out loud how you can use the measurements for the frequency that you are playing, if those theories will come in true. But so far everything looks good, and everything is straight, everything is looking really good for me actually, and I'm really hoping to get this done to see how much it affects, because we are not making now. We made some, Nico made some roundings here, but our port is not even near complete. We are still using one subwoofer, and we will be continuing using still one subwoofer to check it out how high we can go with one. Then we test with two when we finish the second B2 Audio XN18, and then we can put the roof and test if we set down the roof, how does it affect on the DBs, where the DBs actually go when you lower down the roof. Because now in this car the the pressure will build up there, what is the furthest from the port. So we have subwoofer down, port here, and on the windshield the measurement is somewhere up like in here, where you measure the DBs, and the DBs build down in the kick panel. So we want to push the kick panel as further as possible, still keeping 1/4 of the wavelength in here, and then we are trying to make the placement of the sensor as far as possible from the port, building doors in and roof down, and building this DB dash here, so we can test it out how we can manipulate the sound pressure.
And we have also the plan to raise this floor.
Oh yes, of course.
This side of the floor we are raising it this
at that level.
That level.
Yes, and making
that, and little rounds in here. When the pressure comes, it can flow easily up in the windshield section.
Yes, and we were thinking about using even concrete on this side of section, but we still need to test it out first if it is good enough. Does it affect, and where does it affect, making these holes filled up? And we are actually, I had a really good vision of using like a slide here of some sort.
Yes, it would be better if you use a little bit slide here.
Yes.
So we can make the rough surface with concrete, and then use some filler to make the round corner.
To get the pressure as much as possible up in there. So, So that's about it from today. We start so focusing here and thinking, having a little brainstorm after we finished building so far of this DB Dash. So well, that's about it. I'm getting really tired here and my English is not that good. I haven't made much English videos for the Project Zero, so sorry about that. We had a cold winter here, but now we are continuing on the project and we have good ideas to test. Got anything else to say, Nico?
Nothing.
Nothing! Mr. No Man said nothing! Okay, see you on the next video. Bye bye.
Bye bye.